Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. I know Mama V ended her stream a couple minutes early, so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and hop on. Why not? Um, Mike is here in spirit. Um, he's actually one of our friends from church. I played bunco with his wife, and he's helped with Beulah a little bit. Um, he actually just came by a few minutes ago to buy some plants. So he's here monopolizing Mike at the moment, but I'm sure that Mike will be in at some point. But it's not his fault this time. Tara and Jason will be back to all of us beautiful people after evening chores. Sounds like a plan, Sam. Sounds like a plan. Or bagel, as it were. Heartland HQ, Think and Take. Howdy, howdy. Robert, hello from Morocco. Fancy. I love it. I love it. David Glunt, what's happening? James Hall, hello. Melody, what's happening? Hey, Mike and Sid, church night. Be back afterwards. Sounds good. Do I want to count from 0 to 100? Not tonight. Not tonight. That might get a little bit boring, but you can count while you watch. Let's see. Hello, Charlene Grady. What's going on? Howdy, y'all. Jay Granados. What's happening? God's blessings. Thank you, Julia. Greetings from USA, watching from Serbia. Or greetings, USA, not from USA. From Serbia. Look, we got quite the UN meeting happening here today. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Paul Honeyman is in the house. I love it. I love it. Appreciate you. Hopefully Auntie Anne is just frantically cooking or something. Usually she will text me if she doesn't feel well or if she's not going to make it. And so then when the rare occasion that she forgets, I worry about her. But maybe I did start early. So, oh, there she is. You're not late. I was early. I was just saying you're usually early and sitting in here. And I was like, I hope she's okay. Because usually, not that she's under any obligation to, but she'll let me know if she's like under the weather, if she's not going to be there. So then, like, if I don't see her right away, I'm like, is she okay? Is everything all right? Like, I was going to give you a few minutes, but then I was going to text you and be like, just making sure you're alive. No, you were not running late. I started early because Mama V ended early, and I thought, why not? Any Easter chicken do you have? Do you mean Easter eggers? Maybe, Mike? Is that what you're talking about? Easter egger chickens? I have, how many of those do I have? I have, what do I have? I have one. And then I have Americanas, which is like, to me, those are interchangeable because they basically lay the same color egg and they're basically both mutts. So, yeah. Actually, no, that's not true. I have two. I have one lavender that I got from Christy. I'm sorry, Christy. I have my other really good friends named Christy, and sometimes when I'm talking about one, I say the other one's name because I don't know why my brain does that. Christy from Paragon. I have a lavender from her, so can't say that I do, Rudy. Crouch is a pretty common last name. Do you like Australops? I have 21 blue and splash. I actually do. I've got several Australops now. I'd never had them before. And last year I don't remember how many I got Australops. But I probably have about, I don't know, half a dozen or so. And then this year I got another gaggle of them. So that are young, but they're out there now. They're what, 2 months old? Um, and they're out there in Gen Pop. So they look like the miniature version of my other Australops, but I do have Australops now. I do always like to keep some black chickens in my flock because it kind of helps deter hawks. And since I've been keeping black chickens with my flocks, I have not had any, well, that and my geese, um, but I have not had any issues with overhead predators, because the hawks leave them alone. They don't try to pick anybody off because they think that they're crows, and hawks and crows don't get along. So, you know. Oh, Paul, the two are not in any correlation. I promise. It wasn't because I saw you and then prayed Auntie Anne would show up. I'm telling you. Hey, Dina, what's going on? All is well. Yes, I know. Poor Paul, always getting the shaft. Hey, Lundy, Lundy. Hey, Lundy, come here. Hey, leave it. She's barking at. He's barking at Will that was getting the plants. He's going back to his vehicle, and now she can see him through the window, so she's mad. Hey, Lundy, Lundy, come here. Come sit by mommy. Hey, come here. Come here. Good girl. All right, you come stay here. Yes, I know. You sit. Sit. Ooh, sit. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Um, he did not. He never goes on Facebook. So he did not see those pictures. He has access to them, but he never goes on the Three Mississippi page. He barely goes on his own page for Facebook. So he did not see those. Okay, settle down. Settle down. What breed is my main rooster? I don't know. So the one that's in like the opening of our like our intro that I use, that's Rico, and he was a barred rock, but he's no longer with us. He got taken out, I'm pretty sure, by a fox a while back. But I loved him. He was cool. He was free range. He was all over the place, and he was cool. And he would always roost in the same spot. And he actually got drugged through the original goat pen and out the other end and done away with, unfortunately, one night. And this was when Kusi was by himself, and Kusi was a pup. Kusi was probably only like maybe 6 months old or so at the time. So he was kind of useless. He's much more useful now. Um, but yeah, but now the rooster I have that's mature, I don't know what he is. He's a big, beautiful boy, and he's probably the sweetest rooster I've ever had, outside of like Frizzles. And I don't know what he is, and I've never bothered to try to look it up and figure it out. He's kind of fluffy, and he's mostly white and black, and I have no idea what he is. He's a weird one, and he looked like a hen for almost a year. And then one day he started crowing, and he was still super small. Like he just never got big. And then all of a sudden one day he like blew up, and now he's giant. It was weird. I've never had a bird do that before, or a chicken anyway. Um, and then I did get straight run on this last set of Austerlops. So and there's a couple that I think are going to be roosters, which is what I wanted, because I wanted to be able to pen them separately and be able to have more Austerlot babies. So uh, that's the plan. But all the birds are doing well. I've got, in fact, I just went through the incubator and candled everybody, because I had goose eggs in there, and it's really hard to tell after about a week. Normally with chicken eggs or duck eggs, even, you can tell at a week, like, okay, toss this one, toss that one, this one's good, but the goose eggs, it's a lot harder to see in there sometimes, and it's just harder to tell. So I usually let them go closer to 2 weeks, which is about what they're at right now. And I pulled them all out today and candled them all. And there was probably about half of them that were like not developed at all, like no signs of development. And I had 2 turkey eggs in there too. And one turkey egg is developing and the other nothing. So I tossed all those eggs and put everybody else back in the incubator. So I did have a Rhode Island red that I named Freebird. it was also, she was nasty. She was the meanest hen. She would run up at you like a rooster. She was mean to all the other birds. So I threw them out into the yard, her and Rico, um, and just let them live together. And they lived together fine for a long time. They were buddies. And then we got hit with a really bad storm and predator. And I think the predator used the storm as kind of like a cover to do what he wanted or she wanted. So yes, that's right. Suave Rico. That's right. Hey, Alex. I know. He was pretty cool though. And he will live forever in infamy because, he'll always, I'll always have that clip of him where he just literally like walked over, stood there for a second, crowed right at the camera, and then walked off. And I'm like, how can I not use that for our opening? Like that was just perfect. So I love that. The other Yote state. That's right. Is that how that math works, Paul? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That's right. Um, yeah. So this week, I did move the rest of the turkeys that were in the brooder that I hatched out, and the other chicks. I had a couple Orpingtons and an Easter egger that I moved out to Gen Pop with everybody. And so the runner ducks today I separated because they were just making too much of a mess. So in the brooder. So I moved the runner ducks to the one side and I have the chicks, the meat chickens on the big side. And then with what looks also actually, if we're being honest, it's hard to tell when they're chicks sometimes, but it looks like it might be an Easter egger. It's either that or it could be a wall summer. I don't know. I haven't looked at it all that closely, but it's definitely got the similar markings. Um, but anyway, over on the one side, when those chicks start to get too big, I'll pull that chicken, the exotic that they send for you with your meat birds, and I'll throw it in with the runner ducks. And then whatever geese hatch will go in with the runner ducks as well. So I ended up doing 16 chickens that day. I had wanted to do, originally I was like, I'm going to do 25 chickens. Um, which was still a little bit ambitious when you're doing it by yourself, but I thought I had the plucker. When we realized that the plucker was not working, because I had asked Mike, I was like, because I don't like setting up the plucker. It's always takes me, I've done it before, but I always mess up like which side the hose goes on and the thing. And anyway, I was like, hey, do me a favor, just set the plucker up for me. And he went to set it up and went to check it after he got it all plugged in, and like nothing happened. So I was like, oh, lovely. So then anyway, I ended up I had grabbed 18, but I grabbed them all from behind because I put down a little bit of food just to keep them distracted so I could grab them quick. And two of them ended up being roosters that I had grabbed from behind. And from behind, they look small. But then when you had them like upright, I was like, oh, these guys are a little bit bigger. And the roosters, I'm gonna let the root because I didn't have very many roosters in this batch. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let them go longer and then, you know, just figure out, in a week or two, I'll do the rest. But then I was realizing, I was like, well, we're going to be gone at the meetup, not this weekend, but the next weekend. So might have to do some more this weekend, um, which is fine. But, and then, well, mean, we can wait till the week after, but then we really have to do it like that week because that following week, all those birds will have to go out to the pasture and in the tractor. So got to get them done like sooner rather than later in that sense, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Um, The runner ducks do crack me up. They are so cute the way they run around. So, oh yeah, Bunko was helping. The barn cat Bunko was helping for sure. He got very uh like loud about it too. He I had given him like a little piece of lung and he apparently loves the lungs out of the chicken. So I fed him all but like one of the lungs out of all those chickens that I did. And he was like fat and happy and took a big old nap after that. But he was loving it. It looked like the Keystone Cops watching you get the chickens, right? All through the bars. Ah, if Bunko ain't getting loves, he's getting in the way. That's true. He was like, I would be like, you have to wait till like as soon as I pulled another bird down, he was like, meow, 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 meow. He was standing behind me on the four-wheeler. And so I was like, bro, you have to wait till I actually like gut it and can get to the lungs. Cause that's like, you gotta wait till you got all the innards out, then you can get the lungs out. Like you have to wait, Bunk. You have to wait. So, chores are done. Yay. Oh yeah, he was. He was, and then a couple times he jumped up on my leg to get my attention. And of course, I don't trim his nails because he's an outdoor cat. So he sometimes will be like, "Meh," you know, oh, bless. He was just all about it. That's right. Welcome back, Tara and Jason. Bunko was in chicken chow heaven. He was 100%. I love my Rhode Island Reds and my Eases. Yeah. I have never been a fan of Rhode Island Reds. I've talked about it before. All the ones that I've had have been kind of bitchy. And the last one I had, Freebird, was like the meanest hen I've ever had in my life. And I've had a lot of chickens over the years. And she was just not nice at all. And I've just never met a nice Rhode Island. All the ones I've had have been just not nice. So I just don't get them anymore. Like it's not worth it to me. I'm like, you know what? I can get any other breed of chicken. I can get Orpingtons. I can get whatever I want. And chances are they'll be nicer. So, you know. What's up, Greg? What's up, Greg? Everybody's saying, what's up? So your ex was a Rhode Island Red. It's possible. That's right. Yeah, I know a lot of people love Rhode Island Reds. I have just never been a fan. I mean, they're decent layers. I've just never, there's a lot of birds that are decent layers. And I've tried over the years several times um, with Rhode Island Reds, and I found them all to be just very antisocial and not nice to the other birds and not nice to me. And so I just don't do it anymore. I just do all the other ones. What's up, Patrick? Cuddly Texans in the house. Dawn, our flipping homestead, what's happening? That's right. Whoop, whoop. I know. I can't believe that the meetup is really basically a week away because uh like this time next week it'll be like make sure I'm packed. We're leaving the next morning, like all the things. So I'm telling you, I can't believe it's like already. Hey, settle down. You've had our site booked forever. Can't wait. I know. I booked our hotel like I don't know. It feels like I booked it 100 years ago, but I'm sure it wasn't that long ago. But it has been a minute. What's the best bird to get that lays about every day? Listen, all your chickens are always going to take a little bit of a respite when the daylight hours are shorter. So just keeping that in mind. But Australops are really good, consistent layers. I do like those. Orpingtons, another one that's a really good. I like the slightly beefier chickens because in a pinch, they're a good dual purpose. Delaware is another one that they're a little bit harder to find, but that's another good one. But yeah, those are real like a high number layers per year for the most part. You know, again, like I said, you're always going to have some drop off during the winter months when the daylight hours are shorter and there's less hours of sunlight because that's what helps regulate their cycles. Um, but that's why in the summer when they're laying so prolifically, I like to water glass some eggs so that I have them in the winter when they all slow down at the same time. And then I also find it helpful. I try to cycle my birds through. So every year I try to start a few more hens so that as the older ones age out, or you have some that die off as time goes on and whatever, you're replacing with new stock, so you always have a few new layers that as they get into that first winter, their first laying season, are new layers, and that kind of helps with uh, the scarcity of eggs a little bit, because if your flock is all 5 to 7 years old, you're already having a slowdown in egg production because they've slowed down by the time they hit 3. So if you're always introducing just a few new hens, you can kind of keep yourself from going barren, as it were. I would choose my Isas over any breed as far as egg producers, and they don't go broody. Yeah, I do have one Australorp that's broody right now. Like over nothing. Like sometimes she'll be sitting just puffed up like nothing and there's no eggs under her, or she'll steal other people's eggs. What's up, Sean? Let's trade paints in the house. Tim is doing rib. Hopefully have a good grill. I think Patrick said he was bringing a grill. Right on. Tell Stella Jason says hi. Yeah, it would be far for you, Reverend Joe. That's true. It would be far for you. Yes, he does. The first half of our relationship, more than the first half, I was always passenger princess, but now I let him be passenger princess. And I do more of the driving. A grill for Stitch, not a cooking grill. I don't know what a grill for Stitch is. I thought you meant like a cooking grill. I don't know what a grill for Stitch. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that means. No idea. Johnny Gillum is taking a grill. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, so if you guys remember, I got that really bad migraine last year that put me down. It was a vestibular migraine. So, and it was brought on by being a passenger in a vehicle. And um, I have never been more nauseous, more dizzy, more like just felt awful in my life. I mean, you take the worst stomach flu, labor. Oh, really? Can we not do this right now? Lundy, hey, hey, hey. I know, I see it too. I know, it's like Grand Central Station up in here right now. Come on. There's like 47 vehicles coming and going from our house right now. It's no joke. Lundy, hey, Lundy, get come here. I know, good girl. Come here. Hey, 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 hey. They're used to going upstairs. They know when, like, so if Mike's in his office working and I can hear that there's a vehicle coming or I can see it out the window upstairs, I call them upstairs to my office. So she just ran upstairs to go to my office because I was yelling at her not to bark, which is fine. That works too. She's stomping around upstairs. That's comedy. But yeah, so I've been very I have not really wanted to passenger in a vehicle much in the last while. What did I tell you? Come here. Come here. Sit. We're not marking into everything today. Sit. Put your butt down. Thank you. Stay. So when we're going on a long trip like that, like obviously I've been working with Frankie driving when we go places. But even then, sometimes I have to tell her, like, okay, mommy's getting nauseous. I need you to like really remember you have a passenger in the vehicle right now. Because sometimes when they're learning, it's gas, brake. And I'm like, no. And Mike is a bit of a gas brake driver. And so there's times where like, if we're riding to town and we're taking his car or something and he's driving, and I'll be like, sir, I'm gonna need you to not drive like that because I'm getting sick. I need you to drive a little more smoothly. Um, so it's just on a long trip like that, it's easier if he gets to be passenger princess. So go ahead, lay down, get up there, lay down. Good gravy. My wife says it's because I don't like being in control. Oh, I loved it when I could just zone out and like look out the window and not have to worry about driving. But I'm like, the last thing I want to do is be on a long trip like that and like trigger that nausea and dizziness and then be stuck that many hours from home and sick and all the things. I'm like, I'll just drive. And then I don't have to like readjust my mirrors and my seat and all the things in my truck. So it works out. I'd have you tied down like Granny Crumpet off the Beverly Hillbillies. Okay. Ah, I'm not driving the side by side. No, we're taking the truck. That's right. Don't be a bum. Hit that thumb. That's right. You're a bum and still hit that thumb. That's what I like to hear. What was that? Wiley's truck, what? Oh, Wiley's truck stitch. Oh, that kind of grill. Okay. I got you. Oops. Apparently I'm trying to do something naughty. There we go. I got you. I was thinking like I'm bringing a grill to the meetup. Like I thought, okay, he's bringing some kind of grill. I got you. I missed the other part about that, and then I was just confused after that. Hey, first of all, that culvert, I only did that once where I like thunked it, and that was because you couldn't see where the pipe was exposed. It needed grading work there. It's since had grading work, and now you can drive over it no problem. But both Mike from DD5 and David from Come On both ate cacati going across that thing after it was fixed for no other reason other than they weren't paying attention. And I will die on that hill. Because you can literally like Mike from DD5 even admitted, he was like, yeah, I saw a butterfly. And like I think it was him that said that. But anyway, yeah. I thought it was a cooking grill. What do I know? Tim was passenger princess riding with David. There you go. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's all good. Besides, it's like I'll have him pack the vehicle. Like I'll pack everything that we need to bring. Like he'll pack his own clothes and stuff. But like as far as like road snacks and whatever food we're supposed to bring and cases of water and all the stuff, I will have all that stuff staged and I'll be like, here's the cooler, pack it all up, put it in the truck for me. Here's all the suitcases, put it in the truck, and then let's go. So it'll be all good. It'll be all good. Mike always sees butterflies. That's right. We need charcoal grills. Yeah, I don't know what kind of grills they're gonna have down at Eufaula Lake. So Bob sent so many medical supplies to reload my nurse kit for the meetups. That's probably smart because uh, Mike even needed it last year, my Mike. So when he cut his hand in the dunk tank. So I mean, you never know when Nurse Tara. I mean, I hope to never need your services. I hope that my child never needs your services while we're there or anything like that. But like, I know that some of these grown men, children, sometimes, because in fact, I'm trying to think. I don't think there has been an instance other than the time that what's her name fell off the bike that a woman has needed your assistance. I'm trying to think. I don't think any of us women have done anything stupid where we got injured. I think it's only been the men folk. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. Tara would know better than me, but I think it's mostly the men folk she has to do the doctoring too. So, oh, Auntie Anne says she's bringing her little Blackstone. There you go. But you're coming down in the motorhome trailer situation, right, Auntie Anne? I know he looked like hell when he rode back up to the house after that butterfly culvert incident. He did. He did. He was not feeling good after that. I felt bad for him. 6 to 8 slabs of ribs, and Tim is adamant charcoal grill. Yeah, well, those really need to like slow cook, like smoke on the grill for like a while. You can't cook those quick and hot. Those gotta, if you're gonna barbecue them, they gotta be smoked for a while. Nurse kit, hell, better have the full EMT squad on standby if it's anything like last year. That's right. Last year at Blue Mountain Lake, we had a fall for a female. Oh, that's right. I do remember that. I do remember that. Except speeding across a field and jumping into a culvert. I did almost, so okay, full disclosure. I did take the side by side the other day. Well, this wasn't the other day. I guess it's been a few weeks now. But it was the day we were digging the trenches all the way down into the pasture. And everybody else had come back up, but Frankie was still out in the field covering the line. And she was in the last couple feet of it, and we were like, come on up, we're gonna eat dinner. And she was like, I've got like a couple more feet to finish. So anyway, um, I went out there to tell her, like, come on up, we're gonna do dinner. And I was kind of going out there fast. Like I was probably averaging like 30 miles an hour the whole way out there from the house. And I hit, I hit the road had shifted slightly from where it was because of what we've done out there. And so anyway, I hit like a berm going way too fast and I didn't see it. And I got air and hit back down and then back up again. And everything that was in the side by side went out of the side by side. And I thought for a split second that it was going to flip because of how it landed. And I thought, well, I'm toast. But then, and Frankie didn't see it. She had her back to me the whole time because it happened right before I got to her. And so I came in later and told Mike, I was like, yeah, I almost ate you know what out there. And he's like, be careful. I'm still waiting for my wee woo light for the moon cooler strike. That's right. I know. Ah, 3 more sleeps till I hit the road to move to AR. Nice, rocker. Nice. Blame it on the road. I do. I do blame it on the road. Yeah, that's true. It was an easy clean out. Mike actually had to go back and I picked up the stuff I saw, but I guess there was still stuff that was missing that ended up in the field. So he like retraced my steps and found a bunch of other stuff that I guess I missed that like landed in the pasture. And he found it. But I'm like, at least I didn't flip it. It was fine. I know if it's I was the one time I wasn't filming that entire day. And of course I almost flipped the side by side. But it's fine. Nobody died. I did not break rule number 1. But what was I gonna say? I just my brain just went blank. But yeah, I did. I almost did a Frankie. Although she drove into a tree. And that was with the 4x4. But you can add in an Instapot and then add to the grill. That's true. That's true. I do love doing like a leg of venison in there in the Instapot. It comes out so good. Just saying. What happens if freaking weekend stays a freaking weekend? Hey, Jen. Yeah, I have our Moon Cool bike. They took it up when Frankie went to Fall Creek Falls with our friends. I sent them with all the bikes and like they came back and the kids had just messed them up a little bit. So they need some repairs and I don't know if they're all repairable. So I'm hoping to fix it before I need to look at it. I've been meaning to fix it for a while. Maybe this weekend I can take a look and see if I can't. One of them just needs reset, like the something, it's getting some kind of error message, and the other two need like some tweaking done to it. But the tricycle is the one I'd really like to get fixed because I'd like to be able to bring that at least for Freedom Weekend, if for nothing else. That's right. Rule number 1 is don't die. Rule number 2 is safety's off. That's accurate. That's true. We'll be at the Lake Eufaula meetup. Hope to see some of y'all there. We will be there, Rocker NJ. I know White Rock will be there. I know our Flippin' Homestead will be there. Mama V will be there, but she's not in here right now. I know DD5 will be there. Tim from Ridge Life will be there. SLR, see Country Road Cure, Drew's Lens, I believe, is all. Drew and Lindsay are planning on being there. Haven't heard anything contrary. Jen and Wiley from Our Mountain Homestead will only be there on Saturday, most likely. So yes, you will not be there. That's true. But we just wanted to get home. I know. I hear you. Sometimes when you're coming back from a trip, you're like, let's just go home. I get you. Well, I have to. It's honestly like I can ride a bicycle, like no problem. The electronic bikes are, it's a different vibe. I don't know how to explain it unless you've ridden one. They're very, there's a little bit of a learning curve there. It's not like riding a regular bike, and there's more, you gotta, I don't know. It's just different. So, well, no, you guys count too. I was just naming like channels. I can't name everybody that I know that's going. Like, let's see, I'm like name everybody, but yeah, no, they're coming too. Yes, Patrick and Auntie Anna will be there. I'm not forgetting you. That's right. Smurfette is going to be at the meetup. That's accurate. That's right. Battle for Candy's freedom. I think I missed something. That's true. You're not just anybody. You're moderators extraordinaire, among other things, and some of my favorite people. But yeah, but the tricycle's nice because it's got the basket on it. And when you're at an event like that and you want to throw some, your tripod in there and whatever and take off for a minute, you can. Anyway, yeah. I don't know so much at the meetup because it'll be like, I probably won't really need it at the meetup because the campgrounds aren't, I mean, it potentially kind of spread out, but not really. But I do want it for Freedom Weekend, and then we're going to Fall Creek Falls right after. So I do want to bring it for that. But no, I get you. I get you, David. Trust me. If it had not been a sponsorship situation, that is not something I probably would have ever bought. They are super cool, and I could totally see how they would come in handy for somebody if they lived, especially like in a metropolis situation where they it didn't make sense for them to have a car, but they wanted to be able to get places faster. Like I could see that really making sense. But free candy sign. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Bring a big white van and just park it out front. Gotcha. Okay, I missed that. McAllister Homestead, what's going on? She bringing all the babies. She bringing all the babies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so anyway, what was I going to tell you guys? I started to tell you guys something earlier, and then I got distracted by chicken talk, I think. But, I know what it was. So the pasture right now, we had such a wet season. 3 out of we have 7 lambs, 7 of the ewes, I should say. There's 8 total, but one's a ram. Have a little bit of scours, which is like diarrhea from the pasture being too wet. Like when you have a really high water content, they can get like loose poopies. And so a couple of them have that. So I'm working on getting that treated basically. And there's a bunch of things you can do, like, you give them some hay. I gave them some pellets as well, and more grain, and then probiotic, and some what's it called? The word just went out of my head, but it starts with a K. I don't know. It went out of my head, but anyway. So be giving them that, and kind of trying to get them over that. And they are the smallest of the lambs. And they have not grown much since I got them. So I'm a little bit worried about them as far as being good breeders. But we'll see what happens. They're still young, so we'll see. But they're like really small, and they have not had a growth spurt. So, and then of course this wet pasture situation with the scours is not helping this week. So we shall see what happens, but trying to get them over that. And then also today, now you guys know we have Tashka and Kusi, our livestock guardian dogs, and they are in the newest paddock that we built, which is also the largest paddock outside of the horse pasture. That is fenced in, I should say, completely. And they have been able to see the top paddock where the ewes are for this whole time. So while they're not in the same pen together, they've been able to see them. So today I took Kusi, put him on his lead, brought him up to the top paddock, and he was super mellow. He didn't try to chase anybody. I penned him up, tied him off, and so they're in there for a while, make sure the lambs were calm, because they were like, "What are you bringing in here? What is that?" But they trust me, so they were like, "Okay." And I was like, "See, it's fine." And then I would pet them, and they were like, "Oh, okay, all right." They still weren't getting super close to him, but he was just like chill. He didn't care. So I left him in there for like 20 minutes like that, and then took him off the post and walked him around on the inside, and then took him back out and put him in the lower paddock. So I probably won't have time tomorrow, but Friday I'm going to try Tashka. She really hates changing paddocks, which is a problem. I don't know why she has this particular affliction, but every time I try to get her to move paddocks, it's an issue. And I've done all the same exercises with her that I do with him. I don't know why. He will walk on a leash and go where I want and do what I want, no problem. And she acts like it's the end of the world, and she won't do it. And it's weird. So I think what I'm going to do with her, because I pulled them out to feed them, I will probably put him back up first, and then kind of trick her into going up to the upper paddock the first time. Once I can get her to do it, she's fine. But it's the getting her to do it that's the problem. So, yeah, there you go. Imodium, that's right. Umodium. That's right. Yeah, David, so we've had a lot of rain this week. We had a lot of rain last night, but good amounts of rain, not like flooding rain. We've had a little bit of that here and there, but not too bad. It rained again last night, and then I think we're supposed to get more rain tonight. I think it's supposed to rain this whole week. But sometimes it's just for an hour, and then it goes away. And I don't know when it's supposed to rain again right now. Let's see what it says here. Oh, no rain tonight. And now it's saying no rain tomorrow. But it still says 45% chance of rain when I pulled this up. Oh, it's supposed to rain in the evening, potentially at 6 o'clock for a minute. And then Friday, again, supposed to rain at 6 o'clock for a little while. And every day it's supposed to rain for an hour or two. And then it's either sunny. Today it was overcast all day. But, she is a drama queen. She is. Bless. Tashka's very much a drama queen. And, she's younger, so she still has some of that puppiness to her, where Kusi is I'm done. He went to like old man stage. Like he's still active and whatever, but he's not like he's mellow. He's lost that puppiness side where they're still kind of like, and she's still like that. So I can get him to do whatever I want. So worst case, if I have to split them and I leave her with them and I put him in with the ewes, that's fine. I do worry though that he's still young enough that like he might try to get a little like too playful with the ewes um, if he doesn't have her in there. So, but maybe once I get part of the problem too is like once I get him in there, and then like might be easier to bring her in. So I might do that too, and then try to like coax her in there. Because if I walk them, like I can walk him up there, like get them to follow me up there, and then just put her on the lead and tie her up to see how she does first, and like bring him in. So that way maybe she won't feel so like weirded out about it. I have a spot in my grass with brown grass. I lifted the brown grass and there were 8 baby bunnies in a hole. Aw, that's so cute. Yeah, don't mow over it. Ah, typical Sid. Yeah, well, slow and steady rain here on the Mississippi coast. Yeah, we just have it off and on lately, which is good because the plants are doing amazing. Um, but so are the weeds. So in my flower bed, I'm constantly like I weed whacked yesterday. Mike mowed the other day. He left a strip in front of the chicken tractor, like for the next few days of where I was pulling it to. But it's gonna be time to turn it here in the next probably after tomorrow. I'm gonna need to swing it and then get it to go back this way again. So it's gonna come right across the window. um, and then I weed whacked all the edges of like the bed and down the driveway, and I pulled a bunch of weeds and did a bunch of that kind of fun stuff. So been raining all day here, says Dawn. It's down there on the coast. Well, we're getting a little bit of up here up north, but it's definitely says just been recruited for the new Thunderbirds movie. I don't know about that. Of you bushes. I'm talking about you lambs. If you like pina coladas, that's right. That's right. That's right, James. Pina colada actually sounds really good. They probably had pina coladas. They just got back from that cruise. I mean, what else do you drink on a cruise but a pina colada? My little dog doesn't chase squirrels, but when a baby bunny came up in the backyard patio, she remembered she was a dog and barked at it until it moved. Friday night, Saturday night, we had 6 inches that stopped in time for my granddaughter's birthday party. Aw. You bushes. Okay. Any me bushes? I don't know about that. But yeah, other than that, the lambs are doing great. And even Sai, like he cracks me up. He can be, I don't know, a few yards from me, like a ways away, and I can call him. So like every day when I pull the dogs out to eat, I go in there and I work with Sai. I get him to follow me. I walk up ahead and I call him to me, and he comes running over. Like I want to be able to get him to do what I want him to do because I know he's going to be big and he's going to be horny. And sometimes those kinds of animals are hard to control. Now, granted, I won't have to deal with him a lot in the sense that I won't have to be moving him a lot. But if I can get him to listen to me a little bit, that will make life a little bit easier. And so far, so good. Like I can walk and he'll follow me, and I can call him and he will come. Um, so, you know, it's better than nothing. And then the ewes are pretty good too. There's the 2 new ones are still a little standoffish, but it's okay. Like they're getting there, you know. Every day when they eat, I try to pet on them a little bit, and they're fine with it until they realize I'm petting them, and then they kind of go. And then sometimes, like Barbara Jean will put her head back down and keep eating. Um, she's administrative assistant, and Zelda from research and development is very unsure of things. She's cute. She's got little like speckles on her nose. But they're both shedding like crazy. So I've been trying to like when I can, run my fingers through their hair and pull out as much of it as I can. And even Elk Cow, she has warmed up to me tremendously. And Bernice will not leave me alone. Bernice from accounting is like, once she realizes I'm outside and starting chores, she paces the fence yelling at me until I say, Bernice, I'm coming. Just wait. Like, I'll be there in a minute. And then she calms down. But like, she's a lot. And she's a hoot. And then Sandy from HR and Milky Way are both two of the smaller ones that are under the weather. And Zelda's a little bit under the weather, but they're still eating, drinking, wanting attention. They're just, you can tell they've got a little bit of the scours, but we'll get them. We'll get them better. The rain is just hanging down here on the Gulf of America coast. I know, I'm telling you. I never commented, but you always look so darn cute. Oh, thank you, Farmer. I am married, that's true. But thank you for the compliment. Married 20 years as of this week. We celebrated 20 years on Monday. But this trip is sort of, going to the meetup is sort of like our little getaway, you know. So that'll be a nice little chance for us to get away, just the two of us. Thank you, Billy. Yes, we had a nice little mellow. We actually were watching, we didn't know what we wanted to watch. We had started watching Mobland and we weren't really in the mood to watch that. And he'd fallen asleep. I think that was the time he fell asleep during the last episode or something. Maybe that was a different show. I don't remember. Anyway, sometimes we stop watching shows because if it can't keep his attention or my attention and one of us keeps falling asleep, we're like, it's not worth trying to catch up and whatever, unless we're like, no, I was just really tired that night and I really do like the show. But sometimes we'll just give up on a show. Anyway, we started watching a show called Four Seasons, and it's kind of like a dark comedy dramedy situation. But oh, hello.
Hi.
But it's all about these friends that go on these trips, and the one couple is celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary, and you find out in like the first 5 minutes that he wants a divorce, and he's like, maybe we shouldn't watch this on our anniversary.
It's a funny show though.
It is cute. We haven't finished watching it, but maybe we can watch an episode or two tonight. I think we're almost done with it anyway.
Yeah, we'll see.
We binged it.
It's gonna rain for the next 3 days, and it's not raining right now. So as soon as this live's over, I'm back in the garden.
It's only gonna rain at like 6 o'clock for like an hour.
What's up, Paul? Flipping Homestead. Howdy.
Oh, we did watch Landman. That was really good. Yeah. It is they are gonna do another season. I heard.
It's hard for us to watch a show together.
Yeah. I go to bed really early, or at least I try to.
She usually goes to bed about the time I'm coming in.
Yeah. But then like I'm up before he is, so we just have different schedules sometimes, like
yeah,
especially this time of year.
And honestly, if I don't have time to watch TV, it doesn't break my heart.
Yeah.
Like that's
it just means like we also don't have dinner together, because like as soon as he gets off work, he's outside. And so sometimes I'm like, I made dinner, and then like he's like, I'll eat it later. And I'm like, okay, well, put it away when you're done, because I'm going upstairs. I'm going to bed. Thank you, Tara. Oh, snap. Happy anniversary.
Oh, there's the Travelers, White Rock.
Yep. I know. We are travelers.
I haven't touched base with Tim yet to find out what happened. But I heard he got pretty sick on the last day.
I say it was probably the oysters. I just saw the video of them having smoiked
oysters. I think it was the sushi.
Well, smoked oysters or sushi. I guess either one would do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have time to watch TV either. I make time a little bit occasionally, but it's one of those things. I mean, if you get yourself into a couple of TV shows, before you know it, you're spending all your time on the couch, and I don't have time for that. Oh, he got COVID. So he got the flu.
Oh, 30th anniversary on June 20th. Look at that. Man, oh man. A June bride. Tim tested positive. Well, that could go a lot of ways. Remember back when he had.
Remember before? Remember before the China virus? It was just called the flu.
Sometimes you just got sick.
You got sick?
Feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I know. I am. Hopefully he's feeling better now. Got the flu or the
RSV.
Oh, yeah, that was going around for a while. Yeah. Yeah, COVID is nothing after the 5th or 6th time you've had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it. I was really sick for like 2 days, and then
I've had flus that were way worse.
yeah, that lasted way longer. I was like, this is kind of this. Is this what we shut down California for
the
2
world?
years?
We shut down the world.
Yeah, but California shut down longer than everybody else.
Yeah.
So we're all hoping we don't get sick or test positive. Everyone use hand sanitizer and wash their hands. Yeah. He's still down and out. Oh no.
Oh well.
Yeah. I mean, they do say like, your body builds immunity just like with anything else. And, so if you've had it before and you get it again, you generally don't get it as bad or, depending, but is what it is. Is what it is.
Tim's down and out.
I spent 18 days in the hospital and 21 and 14 of it was in ICU. Yeah, some people, I mean, if you're immune compromised, that first round of it was a lot more intense for a lot of people until it kind of calmed down a little bit. But yeah, a lot of people, had it rough. He'll need to be careful what he builds before he's 100%. That's true. That's right. Exactly, Paul. If you know, you know. You're a real one if you know.
Everybody give Tim the clap.
That's right.
Hope he gets better.
That's right. Poor guy. Yeah. I did not cook dinner tonight, by the way, because I thought Frankie was going to be gone, but then she decided not to go to the last picnic thing.
I ate a big old helping of last night's dinner about 2 hours ago.
Okay, well then you're fine.
Yeah.
I know. I made a lot last night because I knew I wouldn't be able to cook tonight because I thought I was going to have to leave and go get her both before and after, and I didn't. So it's nice that the boyfriend drives now because I don't always have to go get her. Sometimes he's like, "Oh, I'll bring her home." Yeah. Like what was it, Friday? No, Thursday, tomorrow. They have a banquet thing for a band, and he's like, "I'll bring her home tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Tim kept touring the ship. He got exposed to all the germs. Look, you got to get exposed to the germs. Like, we got friends that kept their kids in a bubble their whole childhood and sterilized everything and wouldn't let them. And their kids are always sick.
Yeah.
Frankie played in the dirt and ate dirt and and she doesn't get sick.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to get exposed to germs. I'm sorry, but your body's immune system.
Well, plus we come from very strong peasant stock. At least I know my side of the family does. But we don't get sick like that very
Remember
often.
that one flu we got?
The stomach flu?
Yeah.
Oh God, we shall never speak of that.
That was
when
was
worst.
that? That was like 2017.
I don't know what year it was, but it was hot as balls. It was August.
It was.
I just remember it was August. We were hot and miserable, and we were just taking turns on the toilet.
That was a bad flu.
It was awful. Between the bleh and bleh, it was awful. We were just.
Oh no, I'm sure she was eating bugs too, Cuddly Texan.
Oh yeah, lots of bugs.
Yeah.
All the things. Yeah. My sister fed me dirt with a spoon when we were little. Jeez, Billy.
I mean, it was wash your hands before dinner.
Yeah.
But don't wash your hands every 5 minutes.
Yeah. And don't use that hand sanitizer constantly.
Right. Right. There are times when you should use it.
That's right. Frankie's still digging in the dirt. Now she's using a bigger tool. That's right. Now she uses Kenny. That's right. She used the white puppy things off the dandelion plants.
Oh yeah. I mean, she'll go pull a carrot out of the ground. It just cracks me. It's like she likes the taste of dirt. She will pull a carrot out of the ground and she'll just slap it on her leg. And I'm looking at it as it's going in her mouth, and I'm like, that thing is dirty as heck.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, that's a good carrot.
You're not much better.
Wow.
Where do you think she learned that from?
I slap it on my leg and I rub it like 4 times.
Okay.
And then I look at it and then
I've
I
seen
eat
you
it.
do the same thing. Just whack it and then,
Yeah.
then eat it. My mom kicked up. What? My mom kicked up out of the house in the morning. Oh, kicked us out of the house in the morning. Only came inside for meals. That's right. Do you know how hard it is to find a wee woo? Apparently, he's been looking. She needs a wee woo for her bike still.
A wee woo.
The
Oh yeah,
wee woo.
Oh, we still don't have that solved for?
No.
Oh. Oh, I can solve for that.
Mike's got a plan.
I can solve for that. It's going to be a marine item.
A marine item?
Yeah, boats run on 12 volt. Everything runs on 12 volts, and boats use those. So it's going to be a marine item. It's going to be expensive.
She said she found one on Amazon, but I'm guessing it's not very good because show Mike the picture of my tractor. Oh yeah, I'll have to show him on the thing. He's got his Kenny Jr. David Glunt pulled his tractor all apart because he's rebuilding it.
Oh no.
Well, no, he's like making it happy.
Okay.
That's not where I wanted to go. That's the
Oh yeah, drank out of the hose. Everybody drank out of the hose. I mean, yeah, forget about it. And when you went swimming in the lake or river or pond, you ingested quite a bit of it accidentally. Oh yeah, you got that tore all the way down. Which I am not a fan of drinking river,
Hey, Mama
stream,
B.
or pond water because dysentery is no joke. Or
No.
whatever it is you get from.
Amoeba dysentery.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But all the rest of the getting dirty, yeah, exposing germs, yeah.
Yeah, you used to be able to find those ones like what was that? Brookstone used to have them. You could stick them on your desk or on your hood or whatever, and it would be like, and it had the little battery pack, and it would do the light. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's got to be something,
We're gonna need
some little gag gift thing.
We're gonna need a decent sized battery so that it'll last like the whole weekend, or maybe like a USB chargeable
or a
battery pack situation,
or a pack of AA batteries or whatever it takes.
No, it's gonna be bigger than that.
Oh, all right.
If you can find one that runs on like 5.4 volts, there's all these battery packs nowadays for like phone chargers. But I don't think you're going to find, first of all, it's not going to be loud enough or bright enough. If you're looking for like a spinning light and a wee woo wee woo, you're not going to get enough volume out of that. So you're going to need 12 volts.
Liz, you can download the sound on your phone, and we could just put a phone mount on your thing, and then you could just hit the app. Like they have an air horn one. They have all.
Don't you want it louder than your phone can make though?
I don't know.
We want it annoyingly loud.
Oh, do we? All right.
I feel like we want it annoyingly loud.
We want to know she's coming. She's on her way. Yeah.
Like a building alarm system, right? The sirens in a building alarm system, those are driven by 12 volt power supplies, and they can get pretty loud.
Yeah.
That's kind of quality equipment I think we're looking for.
Is that what we're looking for?
I think we want to get the cops called on us. Fresh mountain water. Oh, we went back to what we're drinking. I don't even remember what I did. Like, must have been the wee woo I was doing. Yeah, I mean, look, fresh mountain water. I'm not gonna lie. Fresh mountain water tastes great, but there's all kinds of things in that fresh mountain water.
I found one that specifically goes on a bike.
That will make you sick. Is it called a wee woo?
It's not called a wee woo. I wish you could hear it. Like, see how sometimes they have like a video? Oh wait, this one has a video. No spoken audio. All right.
Man. Well, don't we want like a pole that sticks up off the back of the bike and it's up there above her?
You're like building infrastructure now.
I feel like that's what we talked about. Is that not what we talked about? I feel like that's what we talked about.
This is like a motion sensor.
Oh yeah, the lettuce is good. Tell them about how good my lettuce was.
Why are we talking about your lettuce? Who had your lettuce?
She said it looked good.
Oh, it was good. It's very good. He grows very good lettuce. Beth even said, I forgot to tell you, she texted me and said it was very good.
See, that is what we talked
Oh,
about.
here we go. Strobe siren, industrial warning light, and sound emergency panic.
Before strobe siren, what does it say?
AC, what? I don't know what all that means.
Just go ahead and read it out loud.
AC 110 volt, 120 volt. So what?
It ain't gonna work.
Why not? You have to like hardwire it in.
To the house.
Oh, bless.
You're not going far. You're hooked to an extension cord.
Well, there's got to be a way around that.
Yeah, now we're putting an inverter on the bike.
Listen, Linda, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
I don't think you should be the one solving for this. I'm just
Oh,
throwing
perfect.
that out there.
Rechargeable. Here we go.
I don't
I
think you're
it.
the one that should be solving for this.
I'm a problem solver.
That's the wrong color.
Listen, it's gonna go wee woo. It's fine.
We don't want a yellow caution light.
It's not a yellow caution light. It's red.
That is not red. Show the people what you just called red.
Listen, it's reddish.
Show the people.
It's reddish. It's reddish.
That's not
red. But it makes the sound. Anyway, it's DD5 is going live, guys. Okay, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll find a wee woo.
The safety will certainly be off on that one.
Okay. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. And as always, stay blessed. And remember,
safety's off.
There we go. Go give DD5 some love. Bye, Tara. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.